guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Lauren. Thank you so much for watching. Today I thought it would be fun to go onto Sephora, check out the different value sets and kits that are coming out. There are some Sephora specific ones where they've curated different brands all into different themed packages, which I definitely want to go through with you guys. And really, I'm just going to be determining for me if it's kind of like a scam for me. Like if I buy this, I'm scamming myself out of money. It's not going to get the use that it needs. Or if I think it will be a good purchase, or in general, some of these might be more generally like, don't buy these guys. Like, I don't know. Maybe these would only work for you if you're in this very slim margin type thing, but we'll get into all that. Before we do though, I just want to talk about kits in general. I did a video like this last year and I am someone who loves value. You guys know that I love coupons. I love getting things at a discount. I love all of that shit, okay? So value sets, and especially in the past value sets, can be a form of kryptonite for me. I can trick myself into thinking, oh my gosh, look at the value. Oh my gosh, so many products. And so I'm hoping by going through these, maybe you can get a little bit more real with yourself so you can make sure you're getting the ones that you actually will get use out of, the ones you'll actually get value out of, because that's amazing, but maybe passing up on the ones that are a facade of value, but really for you aren't. That's the goal anyway of the video. Some things to keep in mind before we get into the sets, okay? First, when you're looking at this value set of items, when you buy this, are you repeating any items in your collection? So if you're someone who buys a lot of makeup items, some of these value kits might have repeat things that you already have in your collection. It might be things you love and it's your favorite product, so maybe that would be a good time to gift that item to someone else, share the love of that product with someone else. That could be a positive thing, but maybe it takes away from the value buying a set that has a similar item or the same item that you already have in your collection. So I think just realizing what are going to be repeats in your collection can be a good way to decide if it's going to be a good thing or bad thing, or what you're going to do about that if you go forward and buy it. Next, something that I like to consider when I'm looking at these value sets, and one of the things that does suck me in, are new brands. I really like using value sets and these multiple product kits as a way to explore new brands that I maybe wouldn't go buy a singular full-size product from outright, or at least not in the near future. So this can be a way that I can try a lot of different brands I haven't, get a little sampling, a little taste test, a little charcuterie board, if you will, of these brands. And I find a lot of value in that personally. So that's definitely a box I want some of these kits to, check for me. Next, I think it's important to kind of understand what you're getting in these value kits. Like, are they full-size products that happen to be in here? Which items in these kits are full-size? Because I've noticed that some can be full-size and those can bring a lot of value if it's a product you want, but if it's not a product you want, it doesn't necessarily matter that it's full-size, you know what I mean? And how that functions for you. Are you someone who likes minis? Do you enjoy using mini products and testing them that way? Do you find you don't value minis in your collection and they tend to just be looked at as junk for you? Then maybe this whole thing is just going to be adding, junk for you into your collection, and it might be a better value for you to buy one thing you're really going to love and treasure. So just keeping that in mind, like about full sizes and mini sizes. Next, this seems kind of obvious, but we all have been there, man, where we are excited about whatever's coming out, but will you actually use the shit in this mini set? Are you going to use the stuff in this value kit? Okay, that is something that is really important. There might be one thing in this kit that you really like, but what about the other products? Are you going to wear those? Do those add value? Again, would it be better for you to buy that singular thing? Like, think about yourself a year later, next holiday, next time these kits are coming out. What are you planning on or expecting to use and enjoy and test and all of that? If you can't see yourself using it, or when you put yourself in that situation and you're being really real with yourself, I think that can be a good way to extrapolate if it's gonna be a good value for you or not. Or if you're scamming yourself. Again, we're trying not to scam ourselves even, you guys. Next, second to last, was any of this stuff on your wish list already? I know the allure of a deal. Look at all the products you can get for this low price, or low price, whatever. Sometimes that's not even true, right? But I think a way you can break down the kit is like, did you have any of these items? Were you interested in them before they were packaged into this kit? Were you excited for any of them? Were they already in your Sephora loves list waiting for you to purchase? Because those are things that you've had your eye on for a while, maybe. Those are things that you've already contemplated buying in the full size, and so maybe the mini would be a good deal for you. And then last, I've kind of touched on this, but if there's just one item in a set If there's one item in a set that's really, really getting you, making you want this thing, I think it can be good to remove yourself and check how much that item costs compared to the cost of the actual kit or the set. And that can kind of help give you some perspective. If you're buying a kit for $36 for a full size even of a product that only costs $26, if nothing else in that kit is really that much value to you actually when you're breaking this thing down, it probably would be best for you just to go buy that full size item of that one thing you want and save a little bit of money and just bring in that one item to your collection, especially if you're trying to limit stuff that you're bringing in. Okay, so those are just some things to keep in mind that I'm gonna be keeping in mind as we go through these. I feel like this video is already long already. My gosh, I really can't talk, but I'm gonna start off with the Sephora favorite sets because I do like that you get to try an array of brands, and like I've already mentioned, I really do like value sets for the exploration part, you know? So I think that tends to work for me. And of course, if you guys like this video and it is getting a little bit long, we can always do a part 2. So let's check out the Sephora favorites. All right, so the first set that I'm looking at here, this is called the Best-Selling Beauty Must-Have Set. This retails for $54. It's a value of $166. That's pretty good. And right off the bat, just looking at this photo, initially I'm like, scanning, Natasha Denona, little trio eyeshadow palette in here, like, I'm excited for it. I'm excited for it. And so I already know, like, when I'm thinking of this, like, that is kind of the kryptonite of this kit. Okay, so I need to make sure that the rest of the stuff in here isn't sucking me into buying a tiny little 3 shadow palette for $54, right? When you break that down, it's like the Natasha Denona 3 shadows isn't worth $54. We all know that, but man, it's like all you see is stars, baby, and then you get out and you don't know what happened. And we're trying to avoid scamming ourselves into doing that, okay? So let's read what else is in here. It looks like there is a 7 ml of the Grande Cosmetics Grande Lash, which is a lash enhancing serum. It's a mini size, so this one's not full. I personally don't use like lash enhancer things. I don't know. It's just like a step I don't want to do. I feel decently fine with my lashes, so that one isn't adding a lot of value to me. I know that those can be kind of expensive, so I get that it could be an expensive thing adding like value to the kit, but for my own personal value, what I'm gonna use, I don't know if I would use that much. Next, we have the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer in a mini size. This is something I've actually tried. I've had the mini size before, was really excited about it, barely used it. Barely used it. I used it a couple times to get my opinion on it, but that was like after I'd had it a long time and I like had to force myself to use. I don't know why. It's so interesting, some of the products that I'm really excited to try, and then I get the sample, have the possibility of trying, and they sit in my drawer for months still, and I don't use them. Like, what the heck is that about? So I'm pretty sure I gave that sample away after using it a couple of times, so this really doesn't offer any value to me personally because I had a sample before, didn't use it. I don't know why I would think it would be different this time. Next in here is the NARS Bronzer Powder in Laguna. This is a mini size of it. I actually currently don't have this bronzer and I am on a bronzer journey, so maybe this would be a good one for me to test out, especially in the mini size where I'm not like going in for a full size. But if you already have that bronzer or if that color is not gonna work for you, that might be something to consider in here. Next is the star product to me, the Natasha Denona Biba 3-pan eyeshadow palette. This is like a mini size. I think she's doing a glam one that she's releasing on her own website, I think maybe. So this is something that I'm definitely interested in, but I need to consider that the 5 pans, the mini 5 pans from her are $25. And although I don't think there's like a mini Biba like 5-pan palette out, I definitely shouldn't be paying, you know, $25 or more for the 3-pan, right? So I want to keep that value for me in mind. Next is from Benefit Cosmetics. It's the 24-hour brow setter in clear. I don't use clear brow gels, so that's not really going to be something good for me. I like using tinted ones since my brow hair is blonde, so I'm not going to get any value out of that. Okay. So far it's looking grim, y'all. Like, I don't think this is gonna work for me. Next, we have the Fenty Beauty by Rihanna Full Frontal Volume Lift and Curl Mascara. This is a full size, which does offer a lot of value. This is something I would definitely be interested in trying, so I do think this adds value. So far for me, we have 2 that I would be definitely interested in, the Natasha Denona little mini palette and the Fenty mascara. And then we have one that's like, I could take it or leave it, which is the NARS Laguna. Next, we have a beauty blender, the original Beauty Blender, and this is the full-size sponge, so it is a full size. I do really enjoy the Beauty Blender, but I also love my little Wonder Sponges from Shop Miss A for $1.55 or whatever they are. So as much as I like that it's a full size and it could bring value if other things were in here, I would never buy this for a full-size Beauty Blender, you know what I mean? It's not the value they think they're giving right there, for me anyway. Next, we have the Way Detangling and Frizz Fighting Leave-In Conditioner. It's a mini size. Now, I love this leave-in conditioner. It is so, so good. It's truly a favorite of mine. I really love the one that's in collaboration with Iredale just for the smell. It has the Mojave Ghost, so that's the one I suggest. But this is a mini size. Man, if this was a full size in here, I'd snatch it up, I think, because that would definitely, you know, start adding up to some value for me. But for the mini size, it's like you go through it kind of fast, and I already know I like it, so I'm not really exploring anything new. To me, it's a better value to just like go all in, buy the full size. That's not really adding the value, even though I like the product. Next, we have the Kosas Wet Lip Oil. It's a plumping treatment gloss in dip. It's like a neutral color, and this is the full size. But I have 3 of the mini Kosas lip glosses sitting in my drawer that I bought on a sale from last Christmas in a set, and I don't use them enough. I don't dislike the formula. I just don't love it. I never reach for them. So that's not adding the value for me, and it's full size. Like, that's one of those ones that's like, look, full size, but for me means nothing. It means nothing. Okay, last thing. This is the Dr. Jart Cicapair Tiger Grass Color Correcting Treatment. Actually, a lot of you guys recently have recommended this to me for color correcting kind of the redness that I have on my face, but this is a mini size. And so to me, I think like trying to get a sample of it some other way, or doing a little bit more research, watching a few more reviews, and then if I'm determining it might work for me, I probably would want to just like buy the full size, you know, or try some other thing than buying this kit to try it, especially because I think we've just I mean, you guys, it doesn't work out. It's not here. The value for me is not here. I saw this when it came out. Natasha Denona Mini, you guys know I've been into it. And so it is so easy for me to be blinded by just looking at that. And then like, literally, I've done this before, like in the past, where what would happen is I would buy this kit for that one thing, and then like as I'm opening it, I'm like, oh, this was in it, this was in it. It's like, girl, you should know what you're buying before you buy it. Like, you should know what's in there. What are you doing? So I'm determining this would be a scam. I would be scamming myself if I bought this, so no. That's a no for me. I can't do it. I can't do it for Natasha Denona. It is like so ass backwards for me to want to buy this set for 3 mini shadows from Natasha Denona for $54. No. Not doing it. Okay, next. Moving on. This is gonna be a long video, holy shit. The next kit is a Sephora Favorites Give Me Some Lip Balm set. Okay, I'm not always into the lip stuff, but lip balms, you guys know I can get down with. So let's see what's in here, what the value is. Oh, this one's on sale. I don't know if this was, maybe this came out in spring and it's not really a holiday one, but we're gonna analyze it anyway. This was originally $30, it's down to $21, and it says it's a $65 value. Like right off the bat, my eye is going to the Sephora brand, but it's a coconut one. Like I can see the little coconuts on it, and I love coconut. I'm like a sucker. So that's the one that's really calling my name, but let's see what's actually in here. First up, we have the Ilia Lip Wrap Clean Hydrating Lip Mask. This is a mini size of that. Definitely interested in trying that. I have not tried that product before. I love a lip mask. I love a lip balm. I love a potted lip balm, especially if I know I'm gonna be using it like at night, you know? So that could be a win for me. You know, I'm exploring things, trying something new. I do like that it's fancy, you know, so that's a win. Next, we have the Fresh Rose Petal Soft Deep Hydrating Lip Balm. This one seems to be one that's in a pot and not one of the minis in the like stick form. So, which if those are in any of the other ones, I'm telling you right now, it's a scam. Don't do it. Don't buy the Fresh mini lip balms. They break off, they suck, it's the worst. It's a great lip balm. Don't get me wrong. It's one of my favorites. I've purchased it many a time for myself, for friends, for family, for birthday gifts, Christmas gifts. Like I've bought many of those lip balms, but I definitely suggest picking out the color, the flavor that is your favorite or the one you're most attracted to in the full size, and just going all in on one, because even in that packaging, it's pretty soft. I just find that the minis, they're kind of a pain in the ass to use, and I just feel like you're wasting your money. Just don't do it, okay? Just take my word. Just believe me, okay? Don't do it. Okay, literally all that rant was to say that the fresh balm that's in here is in a pot, so that keeps it a win for me. I don't think I've ever tried that, so that is something I would be down to try it. Okay. Next is the Sephora Collection Clean Lip Balm and Scrub in the full size. You're getting the full size Sephora one. But that's that coconut one, so I've already been kind of interested in that. I think it's there. It's interesting it's a scrub. I didn't realize that from just obviously looking at the packaging. So that I think is a win. Next, this is the Tarte Sea Jelly Glaze Anytime Lip Mask in Strawberry Jelly. That sounds nice. I've not tried that before. Seems good. And then last on here is the Pat McGrath Labs Lip Fetish Divinal Lip Shine in Nude Venus. And this is a full size, so that's pretty good. I have bought the Lip Fetish like lip balm from Pat McGrath before and I didn't love it, but this one's tinted. So I'm kind of interested in that. And I do think that adds a lot of value in here. I love that it's Pat McGrath. I love that it's, you know, higher end, whatever. So I feel like this checks off a lot of boxes. Like everything would be a win for me. Nothing would be a repeat. Nothing seems like something I would immediately be like, nah, get out of here. So that's a good thing. I also love that this is on sale already. So, you know, at $30, I'm like, okay, yeah, it's a good deal. But at $21, that's pretty good. The thing that is stopping me here is when I asked myself, was any of this on your wish list? Did you want any of this before it was in this value kit? No, I didn't know about the rose stuff. I don't think I would want the Sephora thing on its own. I'm not looking at the Tarte thing on its own. Maybe the Ilia, but like, again, a very, very distant purchase. Like nothing that I'm thinking about buying in the next 6 months. So would this be a waste for me? I think so, because I also am not out of lip balms, right? Like I have tons of lip balms. So even though a lot of this is a win, I don't think I'm gonna get that one. Okay, next, let's keep it with the actual like holiday sets. So this is the Sparkly Clean Makeup Set. This is definitely a good one if you're wanting to try some clean beauty stuff. That's the whole focus of this one. So that could be a good thing, especially as a gift maybe as well. Looking at here, the first thing that catches my eye is the Say product, which is a bad thing. It catches my eye in a bad way. I didn't like most of the stuff that I tried from Say, so I'm looking at it like, no. I already know there's one item in here that I've tried and don't like, so it's getting some negative marks already. But other than that, there is this Tower 28 lip product. It seems it's a lip product and that is catching my eye. I definitely want to like know what is that? Like, what are you? So let's take a look actually inside. That Tower 28 product is the Juice Balm Tinted Lip Balm in Mix. It's the full size. It retails for $14. So that's something I'm interested in, but it's only $14. This set retails for $36. It's a $92 value. So it'll be interesting to see what else is in here, because if we're going back to the beginning of the video, if this lip product is the only thing that I actually like out of here that I would be tempted to buy, it would cost a lot less money to just go buy that one item for $14. Oh my gosh, something is hitting the back of my throat, making my eyes water. I've literally not eaten anything. It doesn't even make sense. What's happening? Don't ruin my makeup. Body. Anyway, it would be a lot cheaper to just buy that one product than it would be to go and buy this set and get a bunch of other things that maybe I don't want just for that one product, you know? I know you know, but okay. Next on here, this is the Merit Flush Balm Cream Blush in Cheeky. This is a cool pink color and it is the full size as well at $28. I have been interested in trying Merit. I haven't taken the leap yet, but that is something that's definitely pulling me in. So we have two full-size products in here that, okay, all right, maybe, okay. Next in here, the Milk Makeup Color Chalk Multi-Use Powder Pigment in Hopscotch, which is a champagne. It is full size as well. It seems like a lot of full-size products in here. Now, with these milk sticks, I don't think they did well. I do not think they did well, so I think this is something you could probably find if it's the only thing you wanted out of here at some point at discount places and that type of stuff. So if you're looking out for that, yeah, be on the lookout. Still be on the lookout. I would maybe be interested in trying them. I was always intrigued. I thought it was like this, it kind of reminded me of like, you know, the Lush kind of solid perfumes or something. It just, I don't know, it gave me that vibe. I don't know if it's enough for me to purchase, although I do think it's a positive for me personally. But next we have the Ilia Fullest Volumizing Mascara in Classic Black. It is a deluxe size mini. I haven't really had my eye on that, but I would try it, you know. Then we have the Tatcha, the Liquid Silk Canvas. In the past, I really want to try this, but I have tried it and it's okay. I'm just not the biggest fan of the canvas primers. I thought I would like them way more than I did. So that one really doesn't add any value to me. And then last year, the Say Glowy Super Gel Lightweight Dewy Highlighter in Star Glow. Pretty sure I have this in a mini sitting in my drawers. Don't like it, okay? Did not like any of the products I've really tried from Say so far. Unfortunately, especially about that cream bronzer, I wanted it to work for me so bad, but yeah, so this one to me doesn't have the value. I just don't think it does. There are a few products I'd be interested in trying, but again, they're not really on my wish list to try right now. Like the Tower 28 product, I would try it if it came into my life, but for me to go out of my way and purchase it even in this set with the value, it's just not there for me. So I would be scamming myself if I bought that. So far, I've saved myself from scamming myself 3 times. 3 for 3. Okay, this next one I actually have hearted in my Sephora loves list. So let's see if it's actually good because I hope it will be. I hope so. This is the Swipe of Color lipstick and lip balm set. So I'm not usually super into lipsticks, but I love that it's lip balm and lipstick. So that's kind of saving it for me. This retails for $36 and it's a $95 value. And really the star product that I see in here that makes me want to purchase this is that Summer Fridays lip balm. So let's talk about what's in here. There is a NARS Velvet Matte Lipstick Pencil in Cruella in here. It is like a scarlet red, like a Cruella de Vil type color. It is a full size, retails for $27. This is one of my favorite formulas of products, the like matte in the pencil form. Love that. I don't have Cruella at the moment. I have Dragon Lady, I have Let's Go Crazy, and I have some other more neutral type color, like a little bit of a darker brownier neutral. So I don't have that color. Definitely would be interested in having it. Again, I love them and I love that it's a full size. So that's adding a lot of value. That's tempting me for sure. Next, we have the Huda Beauty Lip Contour 2.0 Automatic Matte Lip Pencil in Honey Beige. This is also a full size. Now, I love lip liners. I really do like the color of this lip liner, but I don't like automatic lip pencils. So this one's kind of like a toss up for me. Maybe I'd love this formula, but it definitely would have been awesome if it was a sharpenable pencil, but it doesn't seem like it is. So I'm kind of like in the middle on that one, like maybe, but knowing myself, might not like that product, just knowing that it's in an automatic lip pencil formula. Next, the product that really intrigues me, the Summer Fridays Lip Butter Balm in Cocoa Nude. This is the full size as well. That retails for $22 on its own. I have the vanilla beige color and I really like that product. So I definitely would be interested in getting another one, and it is a different color than the one I have, so it's not a repeat. And because this set is like what, $36, that's $22 on its own. It definitely would be cheaper if it was the only thing in here for me to buy that on its own. But so far we have 2 full-size products, $127, $122, almost totaling $50 when the set is $36. So I feel like we're creeping up on like some good value, especially if these last couple products are things I would want to try. Next is Clinique's Almost Lipstick in Black Honey. This is like a classic product from Clinique, but I think more recently it got a lot more attention on TikTok. So I would definitely love to have it, especially if it's kind of like popular again and whatnot. It is a deluxe size, but that works for me, especially in lip products because I don't go through them very much and I tend to stick to stuff. So I would definitely give that a try. And then last here is the Yves Saint Laurent Rouge Pure Couture lipstick. This is in Les Nues and it is a deluxe size mini. This is like, I'm not interested really at all. I've tried some of these lipsticks in the past and they have like a flowery smell to them, you know, I don't really love that. And also I don't love that it's a bullet lipstick, even though it's in the mini and it's so cute. I don't tend to love the bullet lipsticks. So really the value for me here, definitely the Summer Fridays, definitely the NARS, definitely the Clinique. So 3 things. And then the Huda is like, I'll try it. Maybe it'd work. Maybe it'd be like the one automatic lip pencil that would work for me. But I think overall having like almost 4 of the 5 items definitely work for me seems to be a decent value. So I would say that depending, this could be good for me. Now, I don't need any of this stuff, so it's not like an immediate purchase for me, but maybe during the sale, like if I can get 20% off on it on top of the value that's already happening because it's a kit, maybe that would be a decent deal for me, maybe. So that one, it's in my loves list. I think it deserves to like be hanging out in there, but I'm not 100% sure if I'll actually purchase it yet. Next, let's talk about this mini candle discovery set. Ooh, okay, this has 5 different candles in it and I see a certificate. So let's see, because if you get to pick the one you like a full size, then that would be good. Oh my gosh. Okay, this might be something I would want to try. Maybe. Maybe. We'll see. Okay, let's see. This retails for $50. It's an $80 value. And these are the different scents you get to try out. Definitely some higher end brands in here. We have the Maison Louis Marie No. 4 Bois de Balancourt candle. I know what this smells like because I do have the scent on it. I think this is similar to like Santal 33. I think it smells kind of close to that one. So you get a mini of it and then you can redeem it for the full size of that candle in an 8 ounce if you like it. Next we have the Maison Margiela Replica Lazy Sunday Morning Candle. This is a 5.8 ounce that you get to redeem it for. Then you get a mini of the Nest New York Grapefruit Candle, which you get to redeem for the 8.1 ounce. That's the one you choose. Then there's the Otherland Rattan Sandalwood Vegan Candle. That one I would definitely want to smell. I love sandalwood. I'm like learning. I really enjoy sandalwood. That is an 8 ounce. And then last in here, there is the Voluspa French Cade and Lavender Candle, and you get an 18 ounce of that one if you redeem for that. I think that this set so far, just like looking at it, is definitely a good one for gifting. If you want to give someone a candle, but you don't know what candle they'd like, this could be a nice one where they get to have all the minis and then they can choose the one they actually really enjoy. When it comes to myself, I don't know, I would want to like smell all these before I like committed to buying it, because I want to know like how much, like if I wanted just the Bois de Balancourt, how much that candle would be. Let's see. That candle on its own retails for $36. So that doesn't make any sense to me. Like, I guess really what I need to make clear is I don't find any value in the minis, the mini candles, except for smelling them. So I'm using those mini candles as samples just to smell. And I don't really love burning mini candles. I don't find they give that much scent throw. Maybe these ones are different. Maybe because they're so high-end and luxurious, they actually work, but they're not my thing. Like, I just get a tea light if you want the ambiance of a candle, or buy a big candle that's gonna like actually smell up your house. I don't get a lot of value from the actual minis. So really, I want to make sure that whatever candle I'm buying, it's going to cost more than the $50 so that I'm actually saving. And so with the Bois de Valancourt, that doesn't hold up. The Otherland candles also retail for $36. The Replica candles retail for $62. So that one is a deal there. If I really like the Lazy Sunday candle, I could be saving $12. Plus, I mean, you still get the minis, you know, you can pass those on and gift them out to other people, do whatever you want with them. So I feel like if you're gonna get the Replica one, that might be good. If you're gonna get the Voluspa one, what? I honestly thought the Voluspa one would be, wait, I gotta figure something out. Let me take a second. Yeah, I'm right. Okay, so the Voluspa 18 ounce candle only retails for $32, so I don't think that one's very good. I'm trying to figure out where the value is and where the scam is not. The Nest candles retail for $44 on their own. I'm gonna recheck the Replica. So far, the Replica candle is really good, but I'm realizing that a lot of these brands do actually sell those mini size of their candles. Like the Replica mini candle, the mini size, 2 ounces of product, okay? It's $42. What the flip is going on? Okay, so here's the thing. Here's where I've come to my conclusion. If you're gonna get a full size of the Replica candle, could be a good deal for you. You could be saving money, plus you're getting a mini of it, and like right there is $100 in value somehow. Personally, if you're buying these mini candles for smelling your house up, I don't see it happening. I don't like this for yourself. I think if you really want to get a candle, I think you should pick a scent you really like, buy a big old candle of that candle and enjoy it and love it, and have like a 3-wick in your house that's like smelling beautiful. Especially if you're already willing to spend about $50 on a candle. There's some good brands out there. You could definitely get some value and get something great. If you're buying this for a gift, I think, you know, that changes things up a little bit. I think it becomes something really nice to gift, and then you give your recipient a little bit of power over what they are actually getting. So I think that's better. But for yourself, I think just go in store. Like, a lot of these brands are sold at Sephora, so hopefully you can smell them in store or go to Nordstrom, or if you can actually get to a store and smell them, I think that's better. That's what I have to say. I think it's kind of scammy to me. That's my opinion. Let me know what you think, okay? Because oh my gosh, the Replica minis, that's what's adding all the value, that Replica mini. This Replica mini candle set is $85 for 3 minis. I'm telling you, these are like tea lights. 2.5 ounces each. Let's see. This is pretty small. This is a pretty small candle. This is 5.6 ounces. So it's like less than half. Less than half. No. Personally, don't suggest. I think it's kind of scammy. And I think it's not just scammy for myself. I just think, I don't know. I think that one benefits you to just be decisive than to like, ooh, let's see what the options are through this set, you know? All right, I think I'm gonna do one more set. This is the Bestsellers Perfume Sampler Set, and I've been going back and forth. I'm like, should I do it? Should I not? I don't know. You guys know I'm into fragrance, and I do think that overall these fragrance samplers can be a good way to get a perfume at a discount, but I wanna go through the different scents in here. I'd love to know your recommendations. If any of these are your favorites, let me know. I'm kind of talking this one out for me to know if I should do this or not. So if you don't know how these sets work, is kind of similar to the candle set. So you get a little vial, I know, you get a little vial of the different perfumes. This one has like 13 different ones, and it says they're the top selling fragrances, I think, for the year. So you get the little vials of perfume to sample, to smell, to spray on yourself, and then there is a certificate in this set that you get to redeem for a larger size, like an actual size of the perfume. And this is another one that it definitely makes sense to look at the value of how many ounces you're getting, like what you can redeem it for, to make sure you're getting a good value. So we'll get into that as we go. But I do think this one works really well for gifting purposes. And I do think depending on what you're gonna pick out, and if you're kind of going in knowing you already like a couple at least, it can be a good way to save on some perfume. And especially if you can get this during the 20% off, I think that's like prime time, you know, to buy. But let's go through what's in here. First, there is Burberry Her London Dream. I have not tried that. I feel like I haven't tried that many of the designer fragrances that are really popular right now. So that's definitely one of the reasons I'd want to do this, see if one of them is good for me. Next, there's the Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue. Classic scent. I think that a lot of people would enjoy this if they like something light and kind of aquatic and citrusy. Next, there's the Armani Beauty My Way. I feel like a couple of you guys have recommended this one to me, so I definitely want to smell it. And for that one, you get to redeem it for the 1 ounce. I'll tell you as we go. You get a 1 ounce of the Burberry if you want to redeem for that. You get a 1.6 of the Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue. You get a 1 ounce of the Armani Beauty My Way. Next is Gucci Bloom, and you get to redeem that one for a 1 ounce of it. I'm not familiar with that scent. Next, there is Marc Jacobs Perfect in there. You get to redeem for a 1.6 ounce of that one. And that's definitely one that I'm like, ooh, I have a sample of and I do like. So it's definitely one that I wouldn't mind getting potentially a 1.6 ounce of. So that's like one that's like a safety net in this whole sampling and testing for me. And I definitely suggest, if you are looking into these again for yourself, having a few safety net fragrances in here, so that way if you end up hating all the others, you have at least something you know you're gonna get some value out of. And I don't think I mentioned this because I was just getting on into it, but this retails for $68 and it's supposedly $118 value. And that, I think, depends mostly on which one you redeem it for. Anyway, next, this is the Nest New York Wild Poppy, and you get to redeem it for a 1.7 ounce of that. That's another one that is kind of a safety. I know I've smelled this one before. It's pretty bright and kind of like fruity, if I remember correctly. And I love that you get to get like the 1.7 ounce bottle of it. So that one definitely is one that I'm looking at. Next is Prada Candy. Classic Prada Candy. You get a 1 ounce of that. Next is a Sol de Janeiro perfume. Like, it smells just like the Boom Boom Cream, but it's in the perfume, and you get the 1.7 of that. That I actually have. I haven't showed you guys my perfume collection in a while, but that I actually have. So that would be a good safety net one for me, but since I have it, it knocks it out of the race. Anyway, another one you get in there is Tocca's Florence. I think this is one of the best sellers from Tocca, but I don't feel like I really like that line's kind of overall thing. I don't think so. Everything I've smelled from them is kind of powdery and floral in a way that I don't enjoy. So that one kind of scares me. Definitely wouldn't buy it for that. Or I don't think so. Maybe my nose has changed. Anyway, you can redeem that for a 1.7 ounce. Next though, there's the Valentino Voce Viva, and you can redeem it for a 1 ounce of that. There's Versace Bright Crystal. That one is such a classic scent, and I recently tried Versace Crystal Noir, and I really love it. It has like coconut in it. It's a little bit of a deeper fragrance for me, but I've really been enjoying that one. So I would be definitely interested in trying the Versace Bright Crystal. And that is a 1.7 ounce of it. Then you have the Viktor and Rolf Flower Balm, another classic scent. For some people, that might be your kind of like safety net fragrance in here. You get a 1 ounce of that. And then last, I know, I know it's been long. The YSL Black Opium, another safety net and very, very big seller. You get a 1 ounce potentially of that. So looking at all that information, for me, the only scents in here that are like safety nets are the Marc Jacobs Perfect, the Nest Wild Poppy, the Prada Candy, I would definitely redeem for that. And then everything else I truly am testing and trying and seeing if I like. So for me, 3 fragrances in here that I would be happy with just right now knowing off the bat. That's good. But now I want to go check and see what the actual ounces of each of those retail for. So Prada Candy for a 1 ounce on Sephora's website is $76. So you are getting a value there with the kit being $68. You are saving some money. So I just want to make sure whatever I would pick, I would actually be saving money. For Marc Jacobs Perfect, it retails for $99 for the 1.6 ounce. And so that's, I feel like, a pretty good value. I already am thinking like if I didn't fall in love with anything else in there, I'm pretty happy with the value of that. So it's looking good. And the last one that I liked, the Nest Wild Poppy fragrance retails for $76 for the 1.7 ounce. So again, a little bit of a savings there. Not quite $10, but you do get to have all the samples. So you can look at some of those as some value, but I know a lot of us just think of those little vials as getting as free samples with other purchases. So for me, since there's not anything in there like I'm just obsessed with, I love, this really is for exploring those other scents. I think best for me, kind of like with the other set, I think this would be great to get during the like November sale. So that way I can save even more money on the sampler. And so then if I did pick the Marc Jacobs, I could be getting that $99 bottle for even cheaper, like hopefully in the 50s, you know, like almost cutting it in half. And I think that would be best value for me, but I'm gonna leave it here because I know we've been talking about sets for a long time. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you like this. I can definitely break down some more sets. I hope you guys enjoyed anyway, but I do think it's like really important. Once you like get in there, you get into the nitty gritty of like what's actually in these value kits and what you think of them, and not being like totally starstruck by a singular product in, you know, in one of these kits. I just think it's important. That's it. So that way you can make sure you're getting the actual value out of it and you're not just getting stuff. Because again, I know for me in the past, I've definitely tricked myself into thinking I'm getting a value and spending, you know, $30, $40, $50 on a bunch of products like, oh, how amazing. And at the end of the day, I end up using maybe one and it would have been cheaper to just buy that one full price. And everything else just kind of like, where is it? It's just dust, little samples going into the ether. Anyway, let me know, are there any sets that you're interested in that you think you're gonna get some value out of? I'd love to know what your favorite perfume is out of any of the ones that I mentioned here at the end. In that set, I'd love to know if there's some good ones in there that you really like. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching and being here. I hope you're having an amazing day. I forgot to mention at the beginning, I will have a look on this. It should be up. I think that's how I'm uploading it. So this look should be up on the channel. I'll have it linked down below, but that's everything. Goodbye. Bye guys.